Welcome back to BattleTech with the mod Extended 3025. This is Dr. Obsidia. We're still on Simone here, the abandoned planet, and we're still running a few more missions. Our mech warriors are a little bit fatigued overall, but I think we have enough for one more mission, as long as it's not too difficult, because this is our third string, I guess you could say. So I talked about running the payroll seizure here, so I think this is going to be an easy one for us here, just to recover something. As we've located a secure facility, and we're going to grab their payroll. It's well defended, and there's a bonus if we eliminate all the defenders, and of course we always do that. So he says, personally, I'm not above simple robbery to pay bills, Commander. Absolutely. I don't think we're coming up against anything too difficult. We'll drop the skulls down. The money's not that much different either, but just in case we come up against something good, we're gonna make sure we grab a little bit. Of course, if we drop the money way down, we barely get any reputation for it. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the money there, bump up our reputation slightly, and make sure we have one salvage available to us. I don't think we're gonna need all of our heavy mechs here. I'm gonna drop the Thunderbolt. I don't think it's necessary. We're gonna keep the Brawler. It hits hard anyway. But let's take some of the ones we haven't thrown out in a while. Maybe the Javelin can jump around and keep them distracted. Whoops, not the fire starter, the Javelin, I said. And we haven't taken the Cicada out for a run for a little bit. The other fire starter is really good as well. Let's take our Cicada along. Alrighty. Bonsai is going to be running... Let's run him in the fire starter. Originally, I kind of wanted him to do that anyway. We'll put download in the Cicada. Sturm... Let's see. Steeljaw can go... in our Griffin, and Sturm could probably go in the Javelin here. Well, the Griffin should anchor the team for the most part, and the Brawler has almost the same armor as the Griffin, interestingly enough, even though the Griffin's a medium support.
Command interface initiated.
We're not dropping into this little alley here, we're just being started here. We just need to get a look at the base, see what kind of power fire we're facing, grab the payroll, and run to the LZ, but we're just going to blow everything up, I think.
Okay, here we go.
Steeljaw's in the Griffin, so we'll send the Griffin up front.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Move
Okay,
order.
nothing there. Cicada.
Don't need
Javelin.
to tell me
Of course,
twice.
we need to get the Brawler as close as we can. We'll keep the Brawler on the road, though. Or as close to the road as we can. Okay, the Cicada can probably come all the way to the side here and take a
I
look.
copy.
There we have contact. One mech on the far side. Don't think we're gonna get a shot off just
hear
yet. Javelin,
Got it.
Brawler.
Move order received.
We'll keep the Javelin, or the Griffin, kind of off to the back,
Received.
since the PPC needs to have a bit of range. Two light mechs. There's a a Raven. I'd like to get a piece of that.
Yes, Commander. What can I do for you?
I think we'll just move right in on this. See what we can see here. It's just a Stinger. We blew up a building.
There's more where that came from.
You gonna punch us? Oh.
You got nothing, you hear me? Ha! Waiting for orders.
Glad you feel that way.
On my way.
I'm glad he got close too. The Brawler's got a lot of weapons to deal with that.
Confirmed.
Oh! Must have got a good hit in the middle there.
Receiving you.
The Cicada has no target. Stomp through some buildings. Sorry. We're just busting in here and grabbing something.
Good to go.
Would like to get a little closer. I think we're gonna jump. There we go. Got that ECM field that probably gonna mess with our LRMs, but we'll fire them off anyway.
The asset has been secured and is ready for retrieval.
I do like the Ravens. They are good if you're gonna engage at range. If you got a trebuchet or something, it's good to run with it. But
What's up, boss?
in general, they're pretty weak mechs. We're gonna punch him in the back here.
Got it.
Probably kill him. Yep. They just don't have much to them.
Target neutral.
That was so easy. So we did get a piece of the Raven, and that's nice. Nothing else is really worth anything. Very situational mech, but it's kind of good to have in your bay. Alright, I see no reason we have to stay here any longer. We'll let our mech warriors go ahead and just rest up. So, there are some contracts left over here, and we do have some things to look at. This one is a 2-scholar, 20 days away, and then we have Settling Grudge. This is on Angra, both of them on Angra. I don't know if we want to keep working for this Inner Sphere colony or not. Let's see, travel contract. Is that Angra right there? Wow, that's pretty close. Angra was settled during the Star League era at some point at the end of the Reunification War, but died out during the fighting in the Succession Wars. Okay. I believe the highlights here are some mission that we might have in the area, such as a flashpoint or something. We want to kind of stay with our friends here. We don't necessarily want to deal with the other faction so much. Here's a couple flashpoints, but I don't think we're quite ready for those. 2-scholar, a 5-skull. Yeah, we're not doing those. Those are way on the other side of the galaxy anyway. So I'm not entirely sure what the circles around them mean, other than maybe they're contested. Might be interesting to go check one of those out. We are here. If we take the contract over here in Angra, it's just got nothing to it. I would rather get back into a populated area here. We kind of steered past these 1-skull places because we're looking for more 2-skull, 1.5. I think it wouldn't kill us to go look at Angra since we have a contract there and it will pay for the trip, and we do want to save the money. So let's go ahead and do that. It's not ideal. I'd rather not, but since we do have a contract just to run over there, we could do it. It's a 2-skull battle, and we do like those battles, you know? So 20 days. Alright, negotiate here. Let's go back and take a look at the mission here. Planetary government is doing... That's planetary government, we believe. A primary lance of mechs and a supporting lance of vehicles. Only the mechs are important. So it's probably 2 skulls because of the vehicles that are coming in, and those are always a high-risk thing. Well, the Capellans are starting to like us a little bit. Not the Capellans, the Federated Suns. We may... They're competing with the Turians, but we're kind of playing both sides really well. We might just keep doing it. The Federated Suns would probably be better allies than the Turians. Let's see. I don't think we're going to come much in the way of salvage. Let's go ahead and drop that down some. We'll accept that contract.
Course plotted.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Okay, Comstar News. System, the UDB system was rated. Let's see. Fighting is fierce on Galtor 3. And nothing special there. Just war continues basically. How far are we to our upgrade? 9 days. Everybody's back.
Those upgrades you asked for?
I've got the financial report.
Okay, paid our finances now. We've got some time to burn. We've got 1.4 million credits. So our engineering ship upgrades are done. So we'll take a look and see. There's not going to be much in the way of stuff to buy at the next system because it's abandoned as well. So I think hydroponics, you get them better morale to start off with the battles with, but also it does give us some options later on. So we're going to go ahead and purchase the hydroponic garden.
I'll get the crew moving.
Options for story and so on. The med bay might be kind of nice, but it's also quite expensive. Angra is the system we're arriving at. Their token government here might have very little for us. Not yet. Let's take a look at their hiring hall. Alright. Tick. He's a merchant, so discounts. He's a spacer, so he has reduced injury times, which is really nice. He has some bonus XP for every pilot in a lance if a command pilot is present, which is always nice. He's pretty good, actually. Gives us bonus XP, reduced injury times, and he gives us discounts. He's all around a good team player. And he's a tick, so he's a leech. It's kind of weird. Alright. We don't really need another noble. Meadowlark here. Bookish, decreased XP for leveling tactics. Increased for guts. Let's see. Resistant to panic. Freak show. Just another noble. And nothing special from Arbalest. I'm going to grab Tick. I like Tick. He's pretty cool. Just because he does give us discounts and helps our lance, he is an officer. I'm going to hire him.
New mech warriors available.
Let's take a look at him. And everybody else, since we got to level them up as well.
Orders?
Bonza, get some guts here.
Training complete.
Tick.
Commander.
Okay. Alright, let's take a look at everybody. Basilisk. Want to get him a little higher. I don't think there's any reason for us to take anything else. The minimum range penalty's kind of not a big deal right now.
Waiting for orders.
Download needs to decide if he's going to go for the indirect fire. Nothing special on him, so... Let's go ahead and go for tactics, I think. We'll keep running that way. He gets a called shot bonus, that's kind of nice.
Got something you want done?
I'm here.
Ready to rock.
Kopesh. Keep running there.
Right here.
What's up, boss?
Alright, so we want to run him up probably to Guts, so we can get the
Training
sink there.
confirmed, Commander.
Right.
Aye, aye.
Moped can continue. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with Obsidian.
Training complete.
More health is always a good thing. Less injury time, I believe.
Waiting on you, Commander. Commander?
Alright. Okay. Our contracts here, we're just going to take a look at in the hiring hall. Oh, a lot of 2 stuff here. That's pretty good. And a little bit of everybody from both sides that we're working. So that's good. We can play them back and forth against each other for a little bit as long as we're careful about the 2s. But we might get some good mech parts out of this. But I don't think there's anything going to be in the store here. Yeah, there is nothing in the store. So we could sell stuff. We've got plenty of SRM2s to sell. Let's sell a bunch of those. Keep the ammo though. There's a bunch of flamers to get rid of. Not a big deal. Okay. Alright. Well, actually, I should have probably taken a look at our Shadowhawk. I didn't refit it. Now that I think about it, here's our Shadowhawk. We don't really need it, but refitting it might be a good idea. Let's see what he's got here. Well, they've got this interface, which gives plus 10% ballistic damage, so ballistics are probably going to be the way to go with this guy. He's already maxed out there. It's always good to have... He's got all kinds of missile racks and everything. Why would they put it on his head? Okay, let me see what I can do with this. I don't really have any good ACs here to drop on him, so I may just leave the AC5, but we'll see. Okay, so here's how I've worked him out. Just to remind you that he, his overall layout here is mostly going to be based on... Here we go, view the mech. No. Why don't I see the skirmisher stat? There we go. He's got increased chance to hit, which we don't care about too much. But he does have some life support, which prevents 1 injury against the pilot, which is kind of nice, so he can take some damage. He's kind of a skirmisher, so he's supposed to be in and out. He had a couple jump jets. I dropped those off. He's not very mobile with jump jets anyway. He's a medium mech, so a couple jump jets aren't going to get him very far. Kind of nice. Drop the heat sinks. I don't think he needs them as much. Threw a small laser on him. I originally dumped the medium off, but I decided to put it back on. He kept his SRM2 here, even though I took it off and put it back on again. And then, actually, if I do it this way, I don't want to dismount his weapons that he already has on there. There we go. That might save time, I'm not sure. 2 days. Put an SRM4 on to buff him up a little bit. I took off all the heat sinks and the jump jets. I think he's okay for heat. That'll up his firepower quite a bit at a medium range. So medium range, he hits hard with the medium laser. It's at any range. The small laser, if anything, gets up close to him. But for the most part, he's more of a standoff SRM kind of guy with an LRM option and an AC5, which is also optimal at longer ranges. So he's good at medium to even longer range. He's okay with the LRM 5 as well. Don't have a good LRM rack to put on there, anything plus worthy, but I thought, well, I could drop off. I think the SRM6 is 4. No, it's 3 tons. Might be better to drop off both of these. Dismount this. Don't need that, and then I could put on an SRM6 instead. Yeah, that'll actually be better because that gives his SRM2 a little bit more boost because it adds it to the 2 there. Okay, so rather than having 2 different ones, we just put them all in one. So he's got a bunch of different options to fire with. I'm not sure how good he's going to be. His heat should be fine. Okay, we're going to install that. He's got 3 days before he's operational, but we don't really necessarily need him. So we'll just kind of let him sit for now as he's being worked on. Okay. Next, we're going to be launching this mission, this contract here. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.